Parental Unplugged.
Well, it starts in the home. You know,
Yeah.
the father's not in the home. The boy will
Yeah.
find the father in the streets.
Parental Unplugged, I'm looking for love. We come from them broken homes. Single mama, no father involved. We need more fathers involved. I don't need applause for shit that I do. The shit that I do don't need your approval. The family, my crew. I die for the family. I run up the bag. These kids are coming through.
All right. Here in the B Cave Parental Unplugged podcast, and I'm your host, B How. You know why we're here. Let's chop it up. One of the most refreshing alkaline water with 9.5 pH level. Also, backstock resale. We stock it, won't break your pockets. And lastly, my wonderful and great production team, Seven Nation Films. All right. I want to introduce this young man. He's a father of two, military veteran, small business owner, and he's just doing all the big things you can think of. Gary Littles.
Appreciate you, cuz.
What's going on? What's going on with you, brother?
Man, you know, just trying to keep life moving, man.
I hear. So, just that little quick intro I gave about you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Get the people that's following in, that's tuning in to this wonderful, great podcast that I put together. Give them a little more intro about you. Tell them about yourself, sir.
Man, a little bit about me. So, like you said, man, military veteran. So, went to the military, first one out the family to do that. Graduated college, first out my family to do that. Started my own business from scratch, no help. First one to do that. So, I'm just trying to keep it going for real.
That's what's up. What college did you go to?
I went to Lakeland.
Okay, that's what's up. What high school did you go to?
Collinwood.
Okay. So what's that? Is that considered the east side? I don't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
you know how you from.
Cincinnati, man. Yeah. So, east side, St. Clair, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What all did you do there?
I hoop.
That's what's up.
That was
Okay.
about it.
All right. So, like my podcast is pretty much set around, fathers that's out here doing big things with raising their children from their perspective, giving the insight on what they go through that hopefully can be educational for others out there. So I want to start off with, if you don't mind giving some insight on this. During your childhood, was there anything when you was growing up that that affected you into your adulthood and, and led, help you lead into the way of how you are today as a father?
Yeah, that's a tough question. A lot. I feel like growing up and not really having my father there, all the time. He was there, but he wasn't always present.
Right.
So I feel like just being present now is the most important, piece of being a father. But yeah, I grew up single parent household. My grandma raised me. Mom was kind of in the streets, battling addiction. My father was battling addiction, alcoholism. So, growing up with that, just knowing that I didn't want to be that.
Right.
Kind of really put me on to like a different path. But at the same time, I feel like just having my grandma there, I had to kind of be a man, So
kind of hold down the household.
Yeah.
Because grandmas can only do so much, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Especially, 3 kids that ain't her own.
Right.
Being selfish all the time, stuff like that. So just happened to grow up faster. I really ain't have a childhood, to be honest. I talk to my friends about that all the time when they be talking about like, cartoons and stuff like that.
So you missed out on some of that.
Yeah, I be doing that with my kids now.
Yeah,
I watch it with them.
That's what's up. So with those experiences, like I said, with you becoming a father, those experiences, you can say that those kind of help molded you to who you are today in reference to not just being a father but a man. Because think about it. What if you wasn't a father? Where would you think you would be at if you wasn't a father?
If I wasn't a father,
Yeah.
oh, man, that'd be tough. I don't even know.
Like, what would you be doing?
Right. what would I be doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm 33.
Yeah. Oh, you way younger than me.
Am I?
Yeah, I'm 37. We about to be 38.
I see the gray hairs.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know. I feel like at the age of 30, you should know, you know, different characters and women and know yourself enough to even be able to start a family at this age.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what would I be doing? At home, chilling, you know, working, getting money. That's
Right.
You know, clubbing. Ain't too much you can do. I feel like at this point in your life, a family is like imperative for real.
Right. So then what motivates you then? What would you say motivates you to get up, to be the man you are today, to do what you do on a day in, day out? What motivates you?
Having kids.
Having
being
kids.
a father, you know, providing for them. Because I think, like, it's levels to being a man.
I totally agree.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like having kids, you got to provide.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to provide for these people. It ain't no falling off. It ain't no sick days.
Nah, it definitely ain't.
You know what I'm saying? It's something you got to do. So that's like the ultimate manhood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can go to work and work for somebody and get all the money in the world. You never really gonna know what it feel like to be a man unless you got a family. In my eyes.
No, that's deep. You know? That's real deep. That's deep. That you say that, you know. So with that, you know, with you raising your children now, even though, because how old are your babies again?
So my son is 5. He'll be 6.
Okay.
In a couple months, and then my daughter is 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even though, like for me, you know, like I got a 16-year-old, 14-year-old, 8-year-old.
Damn, they keep going.
Yeah, they keep going. And like, you know, like we have fears as parents. And then when we having all boys, like, you know, those fears of, you know, how they're going to be able to navigate through this world, and are they going to be able to handle themselves? Are they going to be able to, you know, do what you expect them to do in reference to being the individual that they need to be out in this society? Mm-hmm. With that, what fears or concerns do you have, or did you have, even though your children are young and you're molding them now and raising them now at this this early age in their life? What fears do you or concerns you may have in this world that, you know, our kids are growing up in? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say, man, this question can get a little deep though.
That's
what we're here for.
That's what we're here for, bro. That's exactly what we're here.
Man, my fear. So I think that, I don't know, I fear just being out in public with my kids because I'm so vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like fearing them growing up and not doing what I expect them to do, it's not really a fear. I think that, and I think because of me being present, like really understanding what presence is, like I don't really think too much about the future. I take my mind away from them in the present moment.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's deep. Yeah.
So if I'm thinking about their future too much, you know, my mind, my mental is not with them at
right.
You know, in that moment. But I also feel like, you know, we as parents have been taught in America to, you know, provide. Mm-hmm. And that's like putting clothes on their back.
Right.
Food in their mouth.
Yeah.
Put them in America's education system and a roof over their head. But you got to understand, if them kids ain't with you, they get took for any reason, somebody got to do that. Mm-hmm. So that's the bare minimum.
Right.
So I think that we should, I don't really fear them not being able to navigate because I'm going to train them. You know, I'm going to train my daughter to be a wife, to be a mother, to be a woman or a lady. I can't teach you how to be a woman.
Right,
Their
right,
mama can do that, and train my son, train him to be a husband, a father, a man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a big part that we missing.
It is.
Being parents, because we got to go to work.
Got so much going on.
Yeah, we got a lot going on. So, and I feel like if I'm there with them in that present moment all the time, then they should be good.
You answer that, man. So as I continue, man, you giving some gems right now, man. You tossing some gems.
Man, I don't want to miss nothing, but
Nah, you good. So with that, going into that, your parenting style. So how does your parenting style work for you, and why?
My parenting style. I mean, that can get deep too. I think my parenting style is my parenting style.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we go off how our parents raised us. But honestly, I ain't had no parents raising me. I had my grandma. She had to work. So, I mean, I'm not winging it, but I did my research. And so I kind of...
So where do you get that from then? Like,
just,
what I'm saying? Because like you said, we get certain ways of how we raise our children or parenting based on sometimes the way we grew up, or if somebody was around us, we took nitpicks and things from them and say, okay, that's what I not, like you stated, with your parents, like, I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna make sure. So where do you get that from? Like, where's it coming from?
I mean, to be honest, it's just love. I love these little human beings. So I want them to have the best. I don't want them to, get finessed by the world. Because I had to learn the hard way.
Right.
And then learning the hard way became a routine for me. So, I don't want them to have to go through that, even though I know they're going to go through something.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what's going to build character.
Right.
But I want them to be able to navigate adversity because, adversity will build you or reveal you. So,
So if you don't mind me asking then, so is that what your parenting style, or the way you are? Can you say the military probably has some influence on that, in a sense?
A little with discipline, yeah.
Right.
But I feel like just being a part of sports, playing basketball, that was my family.
Right.
So I want to win. And that's how I did. That's just me. I just want to win.
Right.
So now with my kids, that's all I want for them. And I know that, it's a lot of propaganda going on in America.
Yeah, you definitely right about that.
It's a lot of, they want us so distracted from life. You got to understand, like, we was put on this earth by God to experience this life.
Definitely.
And then they created a society. God gave us the earth. They created a society for us. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, like, we got to cohabitate in this society, and if I'm saying that right.
It sound about right.
We're
going to roll with it. It's transparent. We being 100.
Right. I mean, but, just to navigate society, but also I feel like just being a follower of Jesus Christ for real, honestly. The love that he had, the sacrifice that he did, like, I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I sacrifice for my kids.
Oh, yeah. That's deep. Yeah, I mean, we have to, man, because who else going to do it?
Right. Oh, I mean, America will do it, but they're going to make some money off of it.
Exactly. They're not going to do it the right way. Then we already got kids running around here doing a whole bunch of, nonsense things, So who would you think then, or who would you say was some sense of a, role model, or that guided you to, in reference to the way you, not just saying the way you think, but the way you had molded yourself to be the man you are? I know you said your parents really weren't there. You had your grandmother, and she pretty much was working all the time. So other than those people that was in your life, or that you consider part of your family, like who can you say outside of them, or is it something you just say, I thank myself? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to seem like I'm just arrogant, but
Nah. I don't think you are.
Okay.
Nah, I don't think you are, brother.
Good. I mean, I would thank my grandmother though.
Okay.
She was, she put us first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that was my first time feeling true love is with her. You know what I'm saying? Like unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't understand that until she passed though. Because when she passed, it was so much stuff I wasn't getting from, the small stuff. Like, because men, we don't really need much but a little motivation, somebody that believe in you.
Exactly.
And we gonna go hard.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta prove nothing. Like my grandma, she knew that if I said I'm gonna do it, it's gonna get done. And I knew in my head, like, okay, she expecting this to get done, so I'm gonna do it.
Right.
And now, but I also thank myself though, because I never gave up. You know what I'm saying? I done did the street shit.
Right.
I done went to college, went to the military. I lived a lot of lives. I was battle tested to be who I am and the father.
You still 10 toes down, they say. You stood on business.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
That's what's up, man. That's a blessing, man, for you to come from where you came from and grew up and, and made it through the struggle.
For sure. Yup.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that brand, I know I love the text when you say I really want to focus on father stuff, but just touch base on your brand, because your brand has a very unique, meaning and a name with it, that I think relates to who you are as a man and as a father, and how you continue to move forward in life. Just touch a little base on it.
Okay. Yeah. So it's brand made it through the struggle. And that's just, it's really a lifestyle that I made into a brand. It was just my lifestyle. I feel like everything was a struggle, growing up, well, you don't know.
I'm not, I'm not from here, guys.
The great production team know growing up in Cleveland, how tough it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How cutthroat it is. It's really the trenches. And
Right.
It's different from other cities.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't got it ain't no structure, ain't no OGs to check in. So you really gonna fall on your head, or you can end up dead.
Right, exactly.
Real.
No, yeah.
So going through that, and then, but that wasn't even the hardest part, because growing up in the hood, when you in it, you don't really know you in it. It's just life.
You're just a part of your life.
Just a part of your environment. So,
exactly.
One of my biggest struggles was college, man. I was like, I don't know if I ain't that smart. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't that. It's just that I ain't apply myself.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
You gotta be the smartest person, man. I know I ain't like that.
Right. So yeah, just constantly going through struggles. And then after that, it became a routine, like a part of me. Like, okay, I know I'm going to struggle, but I'm going to make it out. Well, not make it out, I'm going to make it through.
Right.
Because it's going to always be another
It's always going to be
struggle.
struggles. Yeah, definitely.
So that's the brand for real.
Okay. Yeah. Next time you got to bring something through so you can show it off, man. I know we talked about it, man.
Right.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So getting back to your parenting, if there was any areas of your parenting as a father, do you think that you might need to work on? Or just in general, overall as a father, man, because it's always something.
Oh yeah.
That we can always tune up on. And just like working out, you know what I'm saying? I got to get these arms swole. I got to work on my legs. I can't be swole at the top and small at the bottom.
Yeah, yeah. I be skipping leg. For sure.
Why you be skipping?
I don't know, man. I don't need.
You gotta work your legs, bro.
Man, I ain't running from nothing. I don't plan on running.
Oh man,
That'd be good. No, but damn, what I need to work on. You know what I need to work on as a father. I need to work on listening to their mom a little more.
And why is that?
Cause I don't feel like I know it all.
Mm-hmm.
But she definitely, got some. She was brought up a little better than me.
Okay.
So when she say certain stuff, I don't really be like. For instance, she'd be like, "I'll go buy them a toy." She's like, "Stop buying them toys. You're gonna make them spoiled."
Yeah. That sound about right though.
Yeah, no, right. Like, man, they gonna be cool. They ain't gonna be spoiled. I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now, not even them being spoiled, like they be a little ungrateful sometimes. Like you'll give them a toy, then they want another one the next day. So, stuff like that, I can definitely work on.
But that's because the way you didn't have none of that. You missed
Right.
out on your child, so you want to sometimes basically kind of give back. And that's, I think, as parents, I think we all are like that in some sense. We want to try to give our kids the stuff that we didn't have, or we want to give them some sense of, but mom is right. Don't spoil them too much.
Right. No. Yeah. See.
Yeah. So
yeah.
we always want to give them. Oh man, I ain't had this, and I want to make sure my kids had this, but at the same time, we don't want to spoil them.
Yeah.
So, but nah, man, that's dope, man. That's dope that you got a very close, tight knit, wonderful, beautiful family, man, and you just doing your thing, man, and just. I applaud you, bro. If nobody else thanked you or applaud you or give you a pat on the back, I do. Because, again, this is what this podcast is about. It's shining that light on the fathers that don't get that light. You know what I'm saying? So.
Hey, even though we don't do it for the applause, man.
Nah. Yeah.
But I appreciate it, though, for sure.
Yeah, it's always nothing but love. And, and I think that's what sometimes we be wanting it, but, I think in some sense we do, but as men, we don't really show it as much, because we still want to be appreciated at the end of the day.
Oh,
I think for me personally. So with that, how do you want your children to remember you when it's all said and done?
I don't know, man. That's another that's another one of them things where I'm like, man, I just be present. I don't even think about that. I don't think about the future, but I do. I mean, since you sparked it, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if I wanted them to remember me, I want them to remember that I had their best interests.
Oh, okay.
I want them to remember me as, the fun parent.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Yeah, and I want them to remember that, I'm everything that I taught them. You ain't even got to remember me. We gon' see each other in heaven.
Right.
Remember God.
I feel
remember
that.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's all. Give thanks. So, if you have any words of advice or anything that you can give to, I would say our listeners or people that's following, listening, what would you give them that's, that made it through the struggle or that's going through the struggle, anything out there that you can give to them with this whole process of being who you are and being that individual that you need to be out here.
So you saying advice for
just
new fathers or just
new
period?
fathers, people that's going new fathers, fathers that's going through the struggle, and how.
I mean, I would say, man, just be presence, man.
Mm-hmm.
Presence. The power of now is powerful.
Right.
And a lot of men are physically present and not mentally present. And I think that's the biggest thing that America kind of messed our head up with. We got to work, and you never really get to enjoy your family through the week because they in school and you working. So just make sure, like, when you around your kids, just make sure that you present physically and mentally.
Oh, that's deep. See, I knew you had something in there to come. That's good advice. That's great advice. You know what I'm saying? That's not something you can read or look in a book and say, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's internal. You know, you got to have that. You know, and like I said, in today's society and what we go through on a daily basis, because you know, shit, it's hard. It's a struggle. It's a struggle, man.
For sure.
It's a struggle. So you did touch base on it a little bit with your parenting style, but can you just elaborate and go a little deeper on it in reference to, you know, what your expectation is for your children, especially when it comes to schooling?
Oh, schooling?
Schooling and just in general.
I mean, if it was up to me, they would be homeschooled.
Okay.
You know, and I would integrate them into society how I want it. You know, but they mom got to have a say so too. My fiance, she from Jamaica, so school is very important. Mm-hmm. But you know, I grew up in the American system, so I know how
the school system is and how they can, to be honest, in some sense, kind of ruin children.
I mean, it's a distraction. Mm-hmm. You know, but at the same time, an example of one of my parenting styles is I'm gonna tell their teachers that they're not allowed to have homework. Don't send them home with homework.
Why is that?
Home is for the family.
I heard that before.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
That is.
And you know, education is good, but at the same time, your kids' mental health is important for them to even absorb the education.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you already got them in school 6 hours out the day. Mm-hmm. Why is you send them home with homework?
Right.
If you can't teach them what they need to be taught during the school hours, then they need a different teacher.
Right.
If you got to send them home,
or a different school.
Yeah. If you gonna send them home and you know, I got to teach them, then
right,
they can stay home. I don't mind teaching my kids.
Yeah.
But you know, at the same time, home, like I said, is for the family, and that family time is important. If my fiance working 8 hours a day, I'm working 8 hours a day. We come home, we tired. We done gave all my kids gave that good energy to school. I gave my good energy to my job. You know, my fiance gave her good energy to her job.
Right.
So we come home, now the family is broken. Then you're gonna come home and now we gotta eat, we gotta shower.
Right. And
they gotta do homework. Where the family time at?
There is none.
There is none.
Yeah. That's true. Man.
And that's a whole, you know, and we got kids out here, not even us.
Right.
You know, we go to school 18 years. There's no reason why you go to school 18 years and you don't know what you want to do. You don't know your purpose. Now people is pressuring you to go to college and just to be in debt. You think they care about you going to college so you can open up your own business and compete?
Nah, hell no.
Nah. Yeah. You know, in America, the school system is to strictly distract you from who you supposed to be.
Right.
And not even that. They teach you just enough so you can go work in the factory. They teach you just enough so you can be somebody assistant, be a worker, a slave. Basically because, you know, the cell phones evolved, the cars evolved, but we still sitting in that same dingy classroom for 100 years. It never evolved. And these teachers, and nothing against the teachers. I don't want the teachers coming after me.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. We respect y'all. But at the same time, if they go off course and try to teach something that the state not telling them to teach, you know, they can get fired.
It's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem. You know, and if you the teacher, why you know your kids in your class? Why is you not teaching them what you think they need to be taught? Because no disrespect, you're really not a teacher. You are a teller. You tell the kids what the state tell you to tell them.
That's deep.
You know what I'm saying? Because you went to school, got all this education through the same education system. We know that these kids need to be financially literate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We know that they need to know about credit.
And they don't teach none of that.
They don't.
Especially for us as black people. You know, the black community in a sense, I didn't really start understanding financial literacy and credit and all that until my 30s. Yeah. So late in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know nothing of it. And it's like you said, I totally agree. They're teaching us to be workers, not leaders in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Not entrepreneurs, none of the stuff that, you know, different cultures teach their children. You know, and it's a deep conversation, and that, you know, we might not never understand the reason why.
Oh, I mean, the reason why.
Yeah, that they do that. I mean, in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, they do it to keep our mind dormant. You know, we don't know who we would be if we was outside in the sun all day and we enjoying life while learning with our family. Right. You know, who would you be? Because your family gonna have your best interest. The teachers, they don't care about your interests. They care about you. If you interested in this book that they gave me to give to you.
They don't even have books anymore. Everything's on tablets and laptops and everything that, you know, like when we grew up, man, it was books. You know, we had books in front of us. We actually had to read and things. And it's none of that no more in today's society with the schooling in general. And everything is on, you know, online, you know. And so how much of that, you know, is really basically, you know, teaching our kids, how much of that they're actually absorbing and taking in that benefit them. So.
Yeah, I mean, and we know through just life, we know that everybody is different.
Different, yeah, definitely.
Everybody learn different. So why was y'all teaching everybody the same? We all know they give young boys, you know, they diagnose them with ADHD. We know young boys can't sit down for long.
Nah.
We know that just being men growing up.
Yeah.
Look, you know, young girls, they can sit down in the classroom and, you know, they don't got to deal with testosterone, you know, and all the energy that we get from that. So,
right.
You know, it's just it don't make sense. When stuff don't make sense to me, I'm not doing it.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's your personal opinion. That's your choice, you know, and you know, people can't knock it, is what it is.
But I mean, and another thing, I don't whoop my kids. Yeah, I don't whoop them because, I mean, they kids. Right. You know, I get on their level, get on one knee or sit down and explain to them what they did wrong. I mean, for one, I don't whoop them because, you know, if this nigga at work doing some dumb shit and I can't smack him. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or I go to jail.
Exactly.
If I can't smack a grown man, I ain't smacking my kids.
Hey, I feel you.
But
I never looked at it that way, but now that's what I'm saying. Again, this I love this podcast enough. I'm glad you came on because you being, you know, super transparent and you know, and just you as a person, as a man and a father, like that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So that man, you sound like my brother. I think that's something my brother would say.
Yeah, I be mad as hell, man.
I feel it. So, getting back to, you know, with your children, and we really didn't touch base on it that much, but we did mention it, the fact that, you know, your son is not biologically yours. How did that? I'm trying to word it. How did that happen? Like, how did you come in? How did that transpire into you becoming? Because at the end of the day, as of right now, he's you all you know. You know, how did that even come into in the place of you stepping in and, you know, and walking into? Because how old was he when you first?
He was one.
Okay,
maybe a little more, a little less.
Okay.
Yeah. Funny story about that. So, I had got off deployment, and me and his mom was, you know, we was friends at first, messing around and stuff. But so I came and was living with her, right, for a period of time. And when he came, she'll be like, oh, can you watch my son? I gotta go do this and do that. And, sure. And he used to cry. And at this point, I don't know nothing about being a father.
I was just about to.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about being a father.
Right.
Yeah, man, he used to cry so hard that he'd throw up almost every time.
Oh my God.
And I used to be so mad, like, man, why the boy, you better stop crying, man. But
did you ever figure out why he did that?
no, I mean, he was just
He just had to grow out of it.
I don't know,
Kids are weird, man.
Yeah. But I mean, him kind of being detached from his mom because she was on deployment as well.
Right, yeah. That can have some effect towards the kid.
Yeah, then the father really not being present.
Right.
So I really don't know why. But yeah, man, I think the first time he said Dada, just sparked something in me that I was like, all right. And that's why I nicknamed him Papa, because he'd be like, Dada, go get me some juice. I'm like, how you gonna call me Dada then boss me around?
Right.
And, so I'm like, okay, so you the Papa there.
Right.
But nah, man, he the best kid in the world.
That's what's
Love him to death.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's my best friend for sure.
That's what's up. So you can say that was some. He influenced you in reference to helping, in a sense, mold you to be a father.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you say you didn't know how to do any of that. You know. So that's dope.
And I love him even more because he made me a great father for my daughter. It was almost like, because mind you, I'm coming off a deployment.
Right.
And coming into COVID.
Oh damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was and God, he do things the right way. That make you feel good, because I had no choice but to sit in the house with them.
Right.
Because of COVID. So we got our bond just grew so strong.
Right.
And for real, he really the glue to to me and his mama, because she crazy. So.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So with that, again, I want to thank my God family. I ain't gonna say my God family.
Right.
Gary, love us for coming through. And I just want to close on with, I'm just a father that's trying to navigate this world of parenting with one episode and one podcast. And I'm out.
Peace.
Yeah. Father's important, blesses his children. I'm speaking the truth, I'm speaking to you. I pray we evolve, I pray we don't fall, I pray we don't fall, I pray we don't fall. Parental unplug. Yeah. Fatherless children, they roam in the street. Abandonment issue, know some of us law. Parental unplug. Yeah. Gotta evolve, gotta stay active, gotta stay active, gotta stay active, gotta be active. Parental unplug.